Hey guys. I want to thank you first of all for just taking the time to um, watch my video. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how I target my audience. So, as you are aware, leads or people and audience, they are actually the foundation behind any business. Without leads and without eyes on your offer or your product, then you pretty much have no business. You won't be able to run a business properly because you have no one, the right people to connect to. So, Facebook created a really useful tool. Not many people use this tool, and not many people know about the tool but do not know how to use the tool. So I thought it would be helpful to some of you to show you exactly how I use the audience insights and how I'm able to laser target my audience and show my product or my offer to the right people, because at the end of the day you want the right people who are interested in what you are doing viewing your product or viewing your offer, whether it's an affiliate offer, whether it's a make money online or a network marketing offer. So you want the right people to target. So this is the targeting tool. It's called Audience Insights. So you can simply Google Facebook Audience Insights and it's going to bring you to this page. Now, I always target or mainly target the United States first because I believe that is the country where you have a lot of people who are interested in spending their money. For some reason, the United States have people who either who like to spend their money on items that they may not need, spend their money on items that they may want, but or spend their money on um, items that would help them improve something or improve an area of their life. So I always start with the United States, and if the audience I am targeting is successful, meaning that if I am getting sales or opt-ins into my offer, then I will scale to other countries, and the other countries being like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Europe, India, those type of countries, well, where there is wealth and where people have um, residual income that they can spend your money. So you're looking for the spenders. So the first thing that I do is I use, in conjunction with Audience Insights, I usually start, because obviously you want to know what keyword to start with. Now, the way Facebook works, usually like with Google, you have keywords that people type into Google in order to bring up a particular website, and that's how SEO works. You want to make sure that your website has those keywords that when someone searches your website can rank to the top of the list. And now, the way Facebook works is that the keywords are interests. So when you like a page, a Facebook page, for example, or you are part of the Facebook group, Facebook is making a note of what your interests are. So let's say, for example, you like food and you join, you like a page which is to do with food, then Facebook have taken note that you are interested in that. So obviously, if you are interested in that, then you would be interested in a product that offers something to do with cooking, or a service that offers something to do with cooking or provides recipes, or even like an affiliate program that helps with creating recipes or creating meals. So that is the way that you would use Audience Insights to actually determine who is your audience and what are their interests. Where are these people hanging out? Where are they forming friends? Where are they having conversations? So that is what you need to do. You need to find out. Now, one of the ways that you can find these interests is, if you think about it, people who have a strong passion for something, you want people who have a strong passion for something, who are so interested in it that they take the time to actually maybe purchase a subscription to a magazine. And those type of people, if you think about it this way, the fact that they actually spent money to purchase a subscription means to me that they will spend money on that particular interest. So I usually start, when I'm doing my research on Facebook for my audience, I usually start with a website called Just Media Kits. Now you can easily find different magazines that are in or that speak about a certain topic, but I usually start with Just Media Kits, and it's a place where it shows different type of magazines in different niches. So if we go to all magazines, and let's just take a niche, let's see what they have to offer here. Let's say health and wellness. That's a good start. Let's say our niche is in health and wellness. So first we will start here, and then we will see what type of magazines there are. And these magazines are usually subscription type magazines. So what I would normally do is I would select, just to be quick, I would select the type of magazine. So it is Amazing Wellness. You would expect it to be a subscription type magazine. And if it's a subscription type magazine, then the better, because you know that people who actually pay to subscribe are the ones who are most passionate about this particular niche. So I would simply go to Audience Insights, and then I'm going to come down to the interest, and I'm going to see whether Amazing Wellness is actually a page or an interest that Facebook have taken a note of. And as you can see, it is not, because it has not brought up that it has not populated the options with Amazing Wellness. So we can continue going on, because they do have other magazines. So I'm just going to do that for each one. So here we can see Better Nutrition magazine. Now, basically what happens is Facebook will tell you who your actual audience is. So you can see that 90% of women, 54% on Facebook between the ages of 35 and 64 are interested in better nutrition. So that would be the first thing that I would take a note of. Who is my audience? They are women between the ages of 35 and 64. You can also target men, but you can see it's a lower percentage. So you can target both men and women and see which audience performs better. So in this case, I'm going to look for anything that's over 20%. It has a 20% range in terms of whether they are particularly interested in that interest. And that would be where I am starting to I'm starting to make note that audience is interested in my niche. So I'll make a note of that. And then the most important part is you want to find other interests. I mean, this seems to be a very small audience. So you would find that Better Nutrition magazine, the size of the audience here, so 5,000 to 6,000. This is likely to be a very passionate audience. So we know that it's a passionate audience when we go to page likes, because Facebook doesn't have any information about it. So you would find that the smaller audiences, Facebook does not have any information about it. So let's try another another magazine name and see whether or not Facebook has that. Okay, so we'll go with the healthy black woman. Let's see. Doesn't look like Facebook, so that's another small audience. We'll keep going then. Experience Live, Health Monitor. This is a fitness magazine. So let's see. So we'll just go there. We're choosing Experience Live magazine. Again, we may have something here. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so we have a better sized audience. This audience is 45,000 to 50,000. And again, let's see who our audience are. Who are we going to speak to? So we're more than likely going to speak to women between the ages. Again, I look for any age bracket that is above 20%. 17% is borderline, but if I'm looking for sales or for people who are more likely to convert, then I'm going to target people who have a higher percentage in terms of how likely they are to like this particular interest, and they are women between the ages of 35 to 54. So that is who I am going to target. I can also target men between the ages of 35 to 54, but it's more than likely that women will convert. You may have some male prospects or male buyers as well. And then what I look at is the page likes. So you need to determine whether or not this is an interest that you should go after. These categories should also be in the same interest. So you have Healthy and Natural World, you have Rodale's Organic Life, Hobby Farms, City, Natural Solutions Magazine, Healthy Eats. So this is a very good interest that I would start with and put and use as one of the ones that I'm going to target when I start doing my Facebook ads. And you can also see that it has a very high affinity. So the higher the affinity, the more likely it is that these people are going to convert when you create Facebook ads to target these type of people who are interested in Experience Life magazine. Now, what I would normally do is if I was in the weight loss niche, I would make a note of this page. I will make a note of the affinity, and I would also make a note of the audience size. You can also find out more interests when you can copy. Well, we already have experience, so let's try another one. So we can see this is 29.7. I usually go with affinity interests that are higher than 20 times. So I'm happy to target this interest as well. So I would look at whole living and see whether or not Facebook has any information on whole living, and it would appear that they do. Let's see what type of affinity. It's 109.7. So that's another really high affinity that I would target if I am in the weight loss niche, because people in that interest may be interested in your product. So that is how I go about targeting people when I'm doing Facebook ads. So you want to make sure, one, that you can target, if you know from the very first hand, what your niche is and the particular interest, then that's fine. You can go ahead and type that interest to start off. But if you are looking for people who are likely to convert, think about those people who are buyers, who are your spenders. And when I think of people who are buyers or spenders, I'm looking for those who possibly subscribe to a magazine. So the name of the site that I go to get different magazines in particular niches is Just Media Kits. So in this case, I went for the health and wellness niche. I took the name of the magazine and I went to Audience Insights. I typed in the name of the magazine in the interest field here, and then Facebook pulled up a whole range of other interests that people in whole living, well, actually it was Experience Life, would be interested in. And then I make sure that the affinity is a very high affinity. In this case, more than 100. Anything that's very high, maybe 70, bordering on 80, going to 200. Those are very high affinities, so they are more than likely to be interested in your product. And you only want to show people who are more than likely to be interested in your product, because then they are more than likely to convert. And then I simply, based on of what Facebook is telling me that these people may also be interested in Hobby Farm City, Mother is Living, Rodale's Organic Life, and then I simply copy. If I want more interests to target, then I simply copy that interest. I put it here again in the interest field, see whether or not Facebook has an interest field for it. In this case, it doesn't for Hobby Farm City. Let's try Rodale's Organic Life. Even though that's under 20 times, I'm still, just for the purposes of this demonstration, to show you what I do. So I'll just go again with Rodale's Organic Life. Facebook is going to show me more interests that I can add to, and then I write down these particular interests and then copy and put them here one by one, and then each of those interests I am going to to use in my Facebook ads when I'm targeting my audience. So I hope that gives a better explanation, or at least helps you in understanding how you can target your audience successfully to generate better sales and better leads, a more laser targeted prospect. I'm also going to show you for a moment how you can get more leads, more interests, which Facebook will actually help you with that one. So let's say, for example, we have decided, I believe that the particular interest that we looked at was Experience Live. So I'm going to go over here to my Adverts Manager account, this is an old one, and I'm going to create an advert. So we start here by going to conversion. So let's say, for example, we are asking Facebook to optimize for conversions. I'm just going to go through this quickly so you can see what I'm speaking about. So we are here in the conversion table where Facebook allows us to create our ad, and when this is finished populating, I'll show you exactly what I am going to do and how you can find more interests to target. Facebook makes it easy for you by giving you suggestions, which I usually trust. And the reason why I trust it is because Facebook built this platform, so they pretty much have configured it in such a way that when we insert the interests that we think are ideal for our audience and to generate that, at least to laser target that specific audience, Facebook is going to come back to us and say, well, if you are targeting that interest which has a high affinity, it's going to give us other interests with high affinities as well. So that's what I have noticed when creating Facebook ads. So the interest that we just bear with me one moment whilst my screen. Okay, so just been able to restore my screen after it seems to have crashed a while. So the interest again that we looked at was Experience Live. So I'm going to go here where it says Add Demographics, Interests or Behavior, and I'm going to put Experience Live. Just type that in. Experience. Okay, so right, be careful also about the interest that you're selecting. So you can see here it says Experience Life, and then there's Experience Life Magazine. So I don't know whether or not these two interests are completely different, but we are looking for the magazine. So when we type in, we can see that this has an audience of 99,000 people. So when we select it, Facebook then gives us other suggestions here as well. So on Fitness Magazine, I usually look to the smaller audiences because I know then that they have a high affinity. Larger audiences, when they go into the 10 millions or the 20 millions, you want to avoid those audiences because they are very large, and it's more than likely that the users in that audience are not quite passionate about the interest. So I'm looking for smaller audiences. So I would target on Fitness Magazine. I would target, see how many really good interests Facebook are giving to us. Health and Fitness Magazine, Status Fitness Magazine. And even if they're small interests, you can always build up your audience so you get a decent size audience. So if, for example, we were then to go to Strong Fitness Magazine back in the audience insights, let's see what type of Strong Fitness Magazine. Let's see what type of affinity this has. So I'm just wanting to prove the point to you that Facebook usually gives you high affinity interest. Do you see how much affinity that is? That's over 1,000 affinity. So this audience, I would say, is super targeted, it's laser targeted, and you are more than likely to be targeting the right audience if you have a health and wellness, if you are in the health and wellness niche. So I hope that gives you a better idea as to how to do your targeting, because you want to make sure that you're putting your offer in front of the right people. So it's always important to use the audience insights to look at the affinity. So the higher the affinity score, the more likely these people are to be interested in what you are selling or what you are promoting. Just really quickly, I'm just going to go through just to show you a completely different niche outside of health and wellness. So let's say you're not in network marketing and you are selling a product. Let's say you are selling a product in the dogs niche. Okay, so you're an e-commerce store and you are selling a product in the dogs niche. Let's see if we go through these magazine titles. Okay, so we go through these magazine titles. We look at the page likes and we can see that everything is pretty much to do with dogs. So this is a very good interest that I would start with. Let's see the affinity score. It's more than 100, so that's looking good. So from here you can start. You have other interests as well that you can look at, that you can also target. So that's one way. So you would write down these interests and you would go into your Adverts Manager and you would tell Facebook that this is an interest that I am interested in targeting. We're just going to remove these ones. Okay, so we're going to put AKC Family Dog. And let's see what other interests. So Facebook is going to help us. So we have Bark Magazine. So pretty much any magazine you can target. So if these are subscription magazines, then you have buyers. And you want those buyers who are willing to pull out their credit card and shop with you. So that's in a nutshell how I do my targeting. How you can also do your targeting to make sure you are laser targeting, that your audience is super targeted, because you do not want it to be broad. You want it to be super targeted when you are running your Facebook ads to whether it's an affiliate offer or whether it's a product on your e-commerce store. I hope that this helps you, and if you have any questions, I always leave my contact details below. Feel free to reach out to me so that I can help you, because I have learned these things and applied these in my own business, and they are working for me. So I thought, why not share it with people like you who want to know more about how they can grow their business. So thank you very much for watching all the way. Reach out to me, leave a comment, subscribe if you like how I do my presentations, and I will see you in the next video.